After SPM, every student faces a critical question. What should I do next? Should I continue studying? Should I start working? Or should I just follow what the others are doing? But here's the reality. There are nearly 48.7% of Malaysian students do not continue their studies after SPM in 2021 session, which account for around 180,680 students according to the Ministry of Education PKM data. In economic theory, we often assume that individuals make rational decisions. But in reality, decisions are only made as good as the information available. So what happens when students do not have enough information to begin with? In this case, the problem is not their ability, but the system around them. And this is exactly what our issues aims to address. So we are talking about our project titled Bridging the Information Gap, Empowering Students to Make a Smarter Education Decision. We carry out this at Rumah Keluarga Kami, a residential home supporting underprivileged, abused and abandoned children by providing them with shelter, education and care. This project is part of the SULAM initiative, Service Learning Malaysia, where students like us combine what we learn in a class with meaningful community service. We are targeting students who may lack of access to a proper guidance, exposure and resources when it comes to their future education pathway. So for us, it's not just about giving them information, it's really about empowering them to feel confidence and make their own decision about their future. To really understand this issue, let's have a glance on it through the economic lens. One key concept here is the information asymmetry, which basically means that some people have more or better information than the others. In this case, students may not have enough access to important knowledge about education pathway and also opportunities. Because of that, their decision might not fully reflect their true potential. And this isn't just a theory. Study shows that 88.7% of students are unable to identify even 2 immediate steps for their future, and more than half can't even identify the right institution for their chosen pathway. On average, their understanding of the courses is only 2.8 out of 5, which clearly shows an information gap on it. Another important concept is the opportunity cost. Every choice involves giving up the next best alternative. And for many students, this decision is heavily influenced by the financial pressure. In fact, around 39.5% of students choose to work due to financial constraints. However, there are factors like poor academic performance, lack of interest, limited choice of institution, and so on. This pushes them to focus on the short-term income while overlooking the long-term returns from education. For example, like if a student chooses to work immediately, they are giving up the chance to invest themselves in further education. Without proper understanding, many of them tend to focus only on the short-term income and overlook the long-term benefits. This connects us to the human capital theory, where education is seen as an investment that builds skills, productivity, and future income. However, when students lack of information or confidence, they may underestimate how valuable this investment will be. In the end, this is not just an educational issue, it is actually an economic inefficiency. This project is closely aligned with our course, Critical Thinking in Economics. Instead of just learning theories in the class, we have a chance to apply them in a real-world setting. For example, we identify information asymmetry in the community. We demonstrate opportunity cost through activities. We explain the human capital using the relatable examples. Through this process, we move beyond just theoretical understanding to a practical application. It also strengthens our ability to think critically, especially looking at the real societal issues. We work with our community partner, Rumah Keluarga Kami, that provides shelter and support for the children and teenagers.
My role here, I'm the home administrator to oversee the daily operations of the home. So we support because we understand you have your project to fulfill and all that. And also because it's will benefit the children. I think lack of awareness and also knowledge about what to do for their future. They will start to project what they are going to do next. Maybe now they don't know, maybe I want to be a lawyer, the next day I want to be a policeman. Probably with this program, it helps to channel them to what they want to do. I believe it's very important because now for the Form 5 student, they are clueless of what they want to do next. It also depends on how their score is or how their result is, but at least they have a target so they know, if I want to do this, so I have to actually pass certain subjects and all that.
During our engagement and interview, we found out that many students face significant gaps like lack exposure to higher education options, have limited guidance, and feel uncertain about their future. And this closely aligns with the national findings that around 27.6% of students are unsure about the admission requirement and almost 24.9% face financial limitation. So what we observe in the community reflects a much higher issues. This shows that the issues of information asymmetry is both real and relevant, which is the core issues within the community. Hence, it proved that our project isn't just about our assumption and it is grounded in actual needs within the community. To address this, we designed 4 structured activities for 2 groups, which is the high school students and the younger kids. The events are running simultaneously. For the high school students, we ran a sharing session called Your Pathway, Your Future, walking them through a post-SPM pathway and the financial aid options. Next came Choose Your Life, an interactive games where students face real-life scenarios, study or work, and experience the short and long-term consequences of each decision, making opportunity costs tangible. Then, in What's Stopping Me, each student drew a bridge from their present to their futures and identify the personal trolls holding them back. Through guided discussion, they turn those barriers into small but actionable steps. Finally, in the My Next Step action card activities, students wrote their future pathway and 1 concrete step on a card, then hung it on the dream wall with a simple but powerful symbol of commitment. For the younger kids, we keep things playful but purposeful. So a job matching game introduced careers while a good versus bad choice game built decision-making awareness. Moreover, a life path puzzle taught them from study, continue with job and income comes with a future. Lastly, Draw My Dreams gave them space to imagine and own their future. To evaluate how effective our project was, we have looked through both observation and feedback. We compared students' level of understanding before and after the activities, and also gathered responses through informal interviews and reflections.
Today I learned which pathway should I choose for SPM and who should I ask for financial SPM, and also how I enjoy doing that. Before I know what I want to become and how I want to become the team.
Interestingly, while nearby 79.8% of students say they want to continue studying, many of them still lack clarity on how to actually do it. That's why interventions like these are important. What we found was quite encouraging, which the results showed are increasing awareness of education options, better understanding of long-term benefits, and greater confidence in decision-making. These outcomes suggest that when we reduce the information asymmetry, students are able to make better and more informed decisions. The project also provided valuable learning for us as students. Before the project, we feel that economic theories are often quite abstract, something that we learn but not applicable. During the project, we applied this concept to real-life solutions and work directly within the community. After the project, we started to see economics differently as something that deeply connected to human behavior. We also learned that not all decisions are purely rational. Context and environment play a huge role, and small intervention can create meaningful impact. This experience has strengthened our critical thinking and broadened our perspective.
Hi guys, my name is Aichi and I'm a group leader of the SULAM project for the group zoo. And then why we do this kind of event is because we found that some of the students, they lack of the info regarding where they need to study after their SPM, even though after their home tree, they don't know is it they want to go science stream or art stream. So here we are. I think yes, because from the interview for the student or even from their fairs or their actions, I can show that they learn something. Okay, cannot say all they learn, but at least they know something. I think is your future passport need to build by yourself. So make sure you make right decisions for your future.
This project reflects the principle of reciprocity, where we gain benefits from both sides. On one hand, the community gains greater awareness and better decision-making tools, while we gain something just as valuable like practical learning and personal growth through the real-world experience. In conclusion, bridging the information gap is essential. Because when students are equipped with the right knowledge, they are able to make better choices, create better futures, and contribute more effectively to the society. And that is the true value of the education.
Yeah. 3